What's up, people? This your boy Big Vic coming to y'all real quick with a quick tip on drum rhythms, drum patterns. Here's a quick tip to kind of help you guys um, come up with drum tracks a lot faster than you normally would. So the secret is you can listen to some of your other favorite producers that you normally listen to, or drum tracks that you like. Study those drum tracks and listen to how the patterns go in those particular beats, and tweak some things here and there to add your own flavor on it. You feel what I'm saying? So that you can make it more your sound, you know, and don't have to use exactly the same pattern that you heard. You don't have to actually create the same exact pattern, but just add your twist, put your spin on it, but if that particular pattern, was a hit, or, it had your head bobbing, then 9 times out of 10, when you go recreate a similar drum pattern, boom, your pattern and your drums are going to make somebody's head do a similar motion. So, with that being said, it's kind of like a drum pattern that I listened to. And I was like, okay, it's cool, but let me add it, go ahead and put my spin on it, put my little Big Vic-ism on it. And this is kind of what it sounded like. Now, it's not actually stealing. You borrowing. You feel what I'm saying? You're just borrowing kind of like the rhythm of it, or the vibe of it, or the pattern. Not necessarily the same exact pattern, but study some of those patterns. That way you can come up with patterns pretty quickly. It shouldn't take you too long to come up with drum patterns. But that's a quick industry insider. Most of you guys probably know that already, but for those that don't, that's probably the fastest way to learn how to put patterns together, different drum rhythms. Because I had a few people email me asking me, about some techniques as far as putting drum patterns together and coming up with some a solid drum rhythm. So let's say this drum pattern right here. Like the basic drum pattern, I went in and did the drum pattern, and I came back in and added the claps to kind of add my own little spin on this particular drum pattern. So you hear the claps coming in there just to kind of give it, something that I would normally do to a drum track. And I'll go in and add a little something extra. Right. Drop that 808 in. So that's like the basics of that particular drum pattern. Now, what happens is I come back in and I start adding some melody to it. So here we go. And here with this particular melody, of course, I'm back in auto theory with the organ. I pulled the organ up And now we come in and we sound like this with that same drum pattern. All right, so that's we're getting somewhere. It's basic. Then we came in and we added this pluck sound in here. Of course, once again putting my spin on it. Adding melodies that Big Vic will add to a track to give it, my little what I consider my signature type of sound. Sounds that I would use for this type of track. Particular lead sound is something I would probably drop in and out of the track, not necessarily play it all the way through. Just on certain parts of the verses. And then when it's time to take it home, I have another lead that I would drop in here, along with some additional hi-hats. You see I'm using the Bigg homie Grand Tizzle's hi-hat shuffle. Downloaded that from Bigg T. So we would come back in like this. This would actually be like the chorus. So just like that, it's something that can help you put a track together a whole lot faster than, just randomly, coming up with a drum rhythm. Of course, you can do it. I mean, I do it a lot of the times, but most times when I'm just completely coming up with drum rhythms from scratch, I'm usually scratching that drum rhythm and starting over with an entirely new drum rhythm. But a lot of times, some of my favorite tracks, I go back and listen to a lot of different production, and I'll listen to drum rhythms that really catch my ear. I'll go in, create a similar pattern, but put my own spin on that pattern. And that's a sure shot way to come up with some nice drum rhythms. So some of you guys probably already do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Long as at the end of it, you got that fire, it's all good. Just wanted to give you guys a quick tip. It's your boy Big Vic. I will see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Once again, peace. Then I added a organ.